as a one-stop destination for parenting needs across commerce, content, community engagement, and education. Number 4, the core tenet on which First Cry business has been built, and I've heard this several times from Supam, is earning the trust of mothers across the country. 10 crore plus parents have downloaded the First Cry application till date, and the company has nearly 1 crore annual transacting users. Number 5, in the day of AI, robust data analytics, in-house design and development capabilities, and interactions with kids and parents have helped First Cry remain ahead in creating world-class products. Number 6, Supam and team have deftly replicated their India playbook in UAE and KSA, creating new growth drivers for the company. Within a very short period of time, First Cry has become a leader in the online retail of mothers, babies, and kids products in these markets too. You'll all agree that this is truly a remarkable achievement and a testament to the top-class management. And finally, number 7, another growth driver has been the House of Brands platform, Brainbees, which has profitably consolidated 70 brands under its umbrella, providing guidance to and also skilling several entrepreneurs, the critical need of India. Given this impressive track record, no wonder the IPO was a resounding success. This is despite being launched alongside 3 other main board IPOs. Let me elaborate this point with just a few numbers. Over and above the strong anchor book of nearly 1,900 crores, the issue was 12.2 times oversubscribed and garnered bids over 28,000 crores. Each of the investor categories was oversubscribed multiple times. QIB 19.3 times, non-institutional 4.7 times, retail 2.3 times, and above all, employees 6.6 times, clearly reflecting the tremendous faith of employees in the management. As First Cry is about to have its first loud cry in the big, bright world of capital markets, I wish the management team all the very best. I'm sure they will continue to create value for present and future shareholders in times to come. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for initiating the proceedings. Ladies and gentlemen, now it gives me immense pleasure to invite on stage Mr. Anand Mahendra, Chairperson of Mahindra and Mahindra. Let's have a huge round of applause, please. Very warm welcome, sir.
Very good morning to all of you here. I'm sure the question uppermost in your mind when you see me at the podium is, what am I doing here? Why am I here? And I'm here because it's actually a moment of great pride for the entire Mahindra Group. So the next question in your mind is, this much pride for a sizable stake in a company? So no, I'm here because of the story behind that stake. And the story is about an experiment in management, if you will. It's a lab experiment, you might say. And the experiment was about trying to understand or to figure out how do large business groups incubate and build new businesses? How do you create a sense of entrepreneurship inside a large group? So to answer that question, in 2010, ironically when you were born, Supam, First Cry, and we created Mahindra Partners. And that was our attempt at trying to create this experiment in entrepreneurship. And the mandate for Mahindra Partners really was that they should be investing in, incubating companies, particularly in the new age fields. And they would have to do that while competing with a variety of startups. And frankly, nobody was betting on large companies, as you know. So I asked one of my colleagues, Zubin Bhiwandiwala, and another colleague, Parag Shah, Zubin as senior managing director of the company, and then Parag as the managing director. They were both here today. I think I see them. I'm very pleased they're here. And their mandate, as I said, was to isolate this kind of mentality of startups. And to our minds, the really differentiating mentality of startups is that they worship at the temple of value creation, almost to the exclusion of everything else. They're not there necessarily to build empires. They're there to build and create value. And that was why they were so agile, so nimble, so focused. And that's why nobody bet on large companies to create new businesses. Now, if we found that they invested in businesses where the value creation was better done in the large company under the umbrella or aegis of our large company, so be it. Then we build them as a new vertical. But if they found that greater value would be created by ceding control, ceding leadership, so be it too. And so they worked first on Mahindra Logistics, a company that was a division of Mahindra, took it out, grew it dramatically, created extraordinary value. They then created Sustain, a new age business in new age renewables, new energy, solar to be specific to begin with. And that's been very successful. And both these now are solid pillars of the Mahindra Group, as well as Mahindra Accelo, which was the first business of our group. And they transformed it from a trading to a manufacturing powerhouse. And then they invested and nurtured Mum and Me, which was a business in clothing and other goods for newly born children, for infants and beyond. Identical space that Supam was fighting in. After a while, they felt that consolidation was the way to value creation, so we acquired Baby Oye. And we were still fighting Supam. And then one day Zubin came to me and he said, you know, Anand, I've studied this man, and he's brilliant. He's an innovator, he's passionate, he focuses relentlessly on efficiency, he has a global vision, which I was delighted to hear Supam is being manifest today in the UAE and Saudi. And he said, this is the time for us to really create value by consolidating with them. I think we'll be better off supporting him rather than fighting him. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why we merged with FirstCry, and at that time became the largest shareholder. After that, of course, you know, Supam just went like a rocket ahead. He's created a delivery system, which I think is the envy of many global online retailers, which is what attracted SoftBank, I suppose, to come in. And of course, the rest is history. So I just want to end by saying here today that we are extraordinarily happy to be here. I want to congratulate you, Supam, and your entire team that is here. And I want to express our gratitude for creating value. I want to express my gratitude to you for creating value for yourself and for your entire team. I want to congratulate you and express my gratitude for creating enormous value for Mahindra. And I want to thank you in particular for creating enormous value for this country. Give them all a big round of applause.
Thank you so very much, sir. Those words of wisdom has resonated with everyone in the room. Thank you. Thank you once again. Ladies and gentlemen, now please help me in welcoming on stage Mr. Supam Maheshwari, MD and CEO, Brainbees Solutions Limited. Let's have a huge round of applause for him, please. Thank you.
I'm a little speechless because I've never had an opportunity to speak in such a august gathering. So I first time prepared something which I usually don't. But this is such an overwhelming moment for all of us. So I would like to call out Shri Ashish Chauhanji, Mr. Anand Mahindra, distinguished guests, our media colleagues, media members, and investors, and most importantly, my beloved First Cry family who are all here. So good morning and to all of you. And very heartfelt thanks to all of you to come and join us for this momentous occasion of our journey, which is certainly a massive, massive milestone for all of us who have been at it for last 14 years, non-stop, working hard day in, day out. As both Kaku and Anand mentioned, what we have been trying to build from a story that we started in 2010. On behalf of the First Cry team, I would like to also thank the regulator, SEBI, stock exchanges, officials, BRLMs, and international domestic councils, and all at the PR agency, and several other individuals and partners who have been helping us, who have helped us in throughout this process of achieving this milestone for all of us. So thank you once again. As I stand here, the memory flashes back in my mind, and the journey of 14 years has been something that I would like to share in few words. We started in 2010 with a very small, humble thought process of aggregating demand, retail demand, and supply of brands. India is home to 24 million babies every year, newborn, that are born, and it's the world's largest capital. With this, we felt that we have enough opportunity ahead of us because the market was very fragmented back then in 2010 and even today, except that we are the largest. We felt the opportunity was ripe for us to just execute hard. I think the gap was clearly visible to us of aggregating demand and supply. And while we started as an omni-channel, our first store came while our online started way too early. But within 6 months, we started our first store in Gujarat, first franchisee store. And we never looked back. And today we have close to 1,000 plus stores across 533 cities, touching millions of parents, young parents, and giving them joy. As the host said, First Cry name comes from a very important facet of journey of a young parent when the child is born. And that moment is very precious. And we wanted to make sure that moment and all subsequent moments of parenting journey we can fill with joy. That was our motive and has been our mission to create joy in young parents' journey. Having created 1,000 stores, our journey also had a very particular, beautiful moment of creating, apart from partnering with 7,500 plus brands, we created our home brands right early in the process called Baby Hug. And you will all feel very proud to hear that Baby Hug today is the largest multi-category mothers, baby and kids product brand by GMV of FY24. It's not only the largest product brand in multi-category mothers and baby and kids, but also it is the largest product assortment brand in Asia Pacific, excluding China. And this is all done in this 14 years of journey. There was nothing before that. And as we continue to build and to make it even more richer, you would love to know that all of these products are designed in India, mostly manufactured in India, and to propel our Make in India, we actually invested and created one of the largest diaper manufacturing capabilities in the country as well. And today we have almost 300 plus stores of Baby Hug, exclusively selling Baby Hug products. In our journey, as Anand mentioned himself, and no better man than himself saying this, with his blessing and guidance as well, we had this partnership of acquiring Mom and Me, or merging Mom and Me together and expanding our footprint of our stores even bigger and better. And another milestone that came in our journey was our partnership with SoftBank, which gave us the wings to think even bigger. We had dreamt bigger, but unless you have capital, you can't really execute. It'll take us longer. And with that, we propelled our engines and trying to own our ecosystem of mothers, baby, and kids in a much more accelerated way. And I am also thankful to all our investors who have been in our journey right from day one, when we had all kinds of investors who wanted to be with us, and we were very lucky and we had the choice to make. And I would like to thank Elevation, Chirate, NewQuest, TPG, Chris Capital, Mahindra's of course, and Premji Invest, and many others who have been really standing tall with us in our ups and downs and supporting us throughout this journey. To leverage our strength, we also expanded into house of brands. All our journey of creating and scaling home brands, we built a house of brands, incubated a company with the blessing of our shareholders and board. And in a very short period of time, as Kaku said, within 3 years, we have made a very large 1,000 plus crore company and also made it profitable on an adjusted EBITDA basis. This is no easy feat that one has accomplished. And to continue our ecosystem story, we created 200 plus preschools also in the country to again reinforce and continue building joyful journey to young parents. That is our core audience. With all of that, I would like, all of this has been done with a great, passionate, the most competent, the most relentless team on earth, which is the First Cry family right here. What gives me excitement further from here on, because we are getting rebooted here today, is the fact that we have $120 billion of TAM that we have an opportunity to mine. And no It's not a small mention because management teams like us don't get such opportunities of playing in a $120 billion TAM. And we believe that our journey, with our wisdom of 14 years of experience of 6,000 plus team members, we will create even stronger value in a much more accelerated environment that we have done in the past. With this, I would also like to mention that all of this success that we see today, would like to call out my wife, Sampada. She's not here. She's on watching it live. She has been a staunch supporter of my journey. And all the First Cry family knows it, but I'm just sharing it with you all as well. Without her support, this would have not been possible. And I would also like to mention my co-founders, Prashant, Sanket, and Amitava, who have been with me through the thick and thin of the journey when we saw many ups and downs throughout this journey. They have been really standing tall with me all the time, no matter what. And all my senior colleagues in the First Cry management team and extended their respective teams, they have been super glued to our vision of owning the ecosystem of mothers, baby, and kids and dominating it. And building a story that world hasn't seen or world will watch and world would respect. So I'm really, really thankful to the senior management team. Most of us have been with the company for such a long time, which is very rare to find in the digital ecosystem in this country. And all other 6,000 plus team members that are here, some of them are in this room and some of this watching. Really heartfelt gratitude to them for believing in us, believing in our story, and executing day in, day out, and being together. Last, I would also want to thank the spouses of all our First Cry family members, because this is very important. Trust me, an entrepreneur journey is not an easy one. I'm sure there are a lot of entrepreneurs here. They can relate to it. It is heart-wrenching. It is something that you cry, you smile, you have all kinds of things that can go right and wrong, up and down, and it all might look rosy, but it is not. So it is such a warm gratitude from my side to all the spouses of the entire First Cry family for supporting all of us here to be here at this moment to celebrate. And without their help, we would have not been able to accomplish for so many years. So thank you. Last, I would like to only say that this is the team which will take First Cry to the new heights in this $120 billion TAM market. We have compounded shareholder value for private market investors for a very long period of time, which we all know. But we take a vow here today, collectively, to keep compounding the new partnerships that we are joining hands with public market investors, institutional investors, to continue the momentum of compounding value for all our shareholders and create a world record of sorts to make India proud and a new age retail ecosystem that world hasn't seen. One of its own kind, which people would like to copy and say that this is the company that we would like to do similar ventures in other countries as well. And with that, I once again thank you everyone for joining us in this momentous occasion. And thanks once again. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for taking us through that inspiring journey. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me in welcoming on stage Shri Ashish Kumar Chauhan, MD and CEO, NSC. Very, very warm welcome.
Shri Anand Mahindra, Chairperson Mahindra and Mahindra, Shri Supam Maheshwari, MD and CEO Brainbees, Shri Paul Davidson, Partner SoftBank, Shri Sudhir Sethi, Chirate, Shri Bala Deshpande, Independent Director, Srimati Kaku Nakhate, Bofa Securities, Shri Viren Jairat, Kotak Mahindra, Shri Karan Sharma, Avendus Capital, Shri Kamal Yadav, Morgan Stanley India, Shri Abhishek Bhagat, JM Financial, Shri Dinesh Kanabar, distinguished guests, board members, employees, family members, ladies and gentlemen, good morning and a warm welcome to all of you for the listing ceremony of Brainbees Solutions Limited. NSE is proud to welcome Brainbees Solutions in our family of listed corporations, and this will be 2,546th company to list with us. NSE listed companies have a market capitalization of US $5.3 trillion, that is 445 lakh crore, and from today onwards, Brainbees Solutions will be an integral part of it. The company is the leading multi-channel retail platform with a niche focus on the product for mothers, babies, and under 12 kids under the brand First Cry. India is the fourth largest capital market in the world in terms of market capitalization after US, China, and Japan. The market capitalization of India has grown 110 times in rupee terms since NSE started its operations in 1994. I'm happy to share that recently NSE achieved a milestone of 10 crore, 100 million unique registered investors, having 19 crore accounts covering 7.5 crore plus households, accounting for 20% of India's population, directly investing in stock markets today via NSE. Of the 244 full trading sessions held in the last financial year, NSE witnessed listing of 213 companies. Almost one IPO is happening every trading session. This is a great testimony to India's entrepreneurial activity and the trust of investors on Indian entrepreneurs. The IPO of Brainbees Solution with an issue size of 4,193 crores garnered a good response and was oversubscribed 12.22 times. I congratulate the entire team of Brainbees Solutions, the merchant bankers Kotak, Morgan Stanley, Bank of America, JM Financial, and Avendus Capital, legal advisors Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas, PR agency Adfactors, and everyone else associated with this IPO for their accomplishments. We at NSE are committed to facilitate fundraising opportunities for upcoming organizations to chart their growth stories and make capital markets more accessible. We hope that today's successful listing of Brainbees Solution will inspire many more companies to look at the public markets as a promising alternative. We hope that this listing day is the start of a strong partnership between us. NSE looks forward to supporting Brainbees Solution in all their future fundraising endeavors as well. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
I request sir to please be on stage. As to commemorate the significance of this event, we'll now have an exchange of mementos. To receive the memento, I request Mr. Supam Maheshwari, MD and CEO, to please come forward to receive the memento from sir. I also request Mr. Sanket Hatimatur, Executive Director and Chief of Staff, as well as Mr. Gautam Sharma, Group CFO, to please come on stage to receive the memento. So I request you to please come together. We're also giving proud to be badges to everyone. Thank you. And now I request Mr. Viren Jairat, Managing Director, Kotak Mahindra Capital Company Limited, to please come forward. I request Mr. Kamal Yadav, Managing Director and Co-Head, India Investment Banking, Morgan Stanley India Company Private Limited, to please come forward. I now request Ms. Kaku Nakate, President and Country Head, India POFA Securities India Limited, to please come forward. Thank you. Now I request Mr. Abhishek Bhagat, Managing Director, Investment Banking, JM Financial Limited, to please come forward. I request Mr. Karan Sharma to please be on standby. Thank you. Now I request Mr. Karan Sharma, Managing Director and Co-Head, Digital and Tech Investment Banking, Aventus Capital Private Limited, to please join us on stage. I request Shardar Amarchand Mangaldas and Co. team to please be on standby. I now request Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas and Co. team to please come forward. At the same time, I request the Ad Factors team to please be on standby. Thank you. Now I request the Ad Factors team to please come on stage. So a very warm welcome. Yes, thank you. Now I request once again Mr. Supam Maheshwari to please come forward on stage to present the mementos from their end to Shri Ashish Kumar Chauhan. Thank you. I request Mr. Supam to please be on stage. Now I request Mr. Anand Mahendra, Chairperson of Mahindra & Mahindra, to please come on stage, receive the memento. Very, very warm welcome, sir. Thank you. And thank you, sir, for doing the honors. Thank you. I request you to please take your seats. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now have a series of speeches which will be followed by the mementos presentation. We have here with us Mr. Paul Davison. Mr. Paul Davison is a partner at SoftBank Vision Fund based in Menlo Park, California. He graduated from the University of Cambridge and has served as a director on First Cry's board since SoftBank's investment in 2018. So please help me in welcoming Mr. Paul Davison. Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. An incredibly small group of companies in the world get to this point. People in our business talk about IPO a lot. It's talked about very casually. But in reality, being worthy of induction into the public markets is only reserved for the highest caliber companies that are unique in what they do, well constructed, and have strong foundations. So today's listing is the greatest testament to First Cry's success and perseverance. Baby and kids is a really tough category, very, very tough. There is a graveyard littered with great teams and great companies that were trying to pursue the same goal. But FirstCry has succeeded where so many have failed. They have beaten all the odds, beaten many giants with more money, more people, to build an imitable, lasting and trusted brand, loved by parents across India and beyond. There were no shortcuts, just the hard work and skill of the superb team who are all sitting here today. And the reward for all this is that FirstCry is the category leader, not just in India, but they are the best of the best globally in this business. And perhaps this is what you should all be the most proud of. It's been a unique privilege for all of us at SoftBank to back FirstCry. Masa saw the ambition that you had and provided you with the cash to fight and grow, and that's exactly what you did. We wish you, all of your success to continue for many years to come. On a personal note, I love FirstCry, I love the company. I deeply respect the team that built it, I really do. Everyone here sitting here today. Supam, you're the most resilient entrepreneur I've ever met, I'm ever likely to meet. Always understated, more likely to beat a plan than miss it. Brilliant commercial instincts. It's been the privilege of my career to watch you navigate all the challenges that have come your way, all the while steadily and quietly building value for those around you, customers, partners, employees, shareholders alike. We believe today, just as we did when we invested, that the best days for FirstCry still lie ahead. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Now I request Mr. Sudhir Sethi, founder, chairman of Chirate Ventures India, to please come forward. Let's have a huge round of applause for him, please.
Supam, Team FirstCry, members of the erstwhile and present board of FirstCry, Mr. Mahendra, and the full team of FirstCry here, and the 6,000 sitting and watching this on the YouTube today. Thank you indeed for giving me this opportunity to speak on this momentous occasion of the IPO of FirstCry. Congratulations. For me personally, my co-founder TCM, who's here, and Chirate Ventures team, it's a moment of joy and immense satisfaction, and it has been for many around the table here, and even more for Supam, Sanket, Gautam, and the full team here. For Chirate, it's been one of the longest associations as a venture investor, spanning 12 plus years as a venture investor, and more recently as a growth investor in FirstCry. I do remember the first time we invested in Series B, Supam had a choice of investors. He came to look at us, he met us, he went to Myntra, and I don't know if you remember, it was a Saturday, and at that point of time, he gave his approval, said, yes, you may come in. Thank you for that. Incidentally, Chirate and our LPs across have invested over the years in FirstCry, Brainbees, and Expressbees. Some of them are present here, including Manish Choksi. I've known Supam since 2000, when he first started his education company, when we first met, before FirstCry. Supam's founding vision has been the cornerstone of FirstCry's success, his foresight, unwavering determination, quiet, unwavering determination. I think his shyness for press has paid off, and relentless pursuit of excellence and customer satisfaction has steered the company to a growth trajectory, transforming FirstCry into a household name synonymous with trust, innovation, and customer centricity. Supam's passion for revolutionizing the childcare industry has been instrumental in shaping the brand to what it is today. His leadership has inspired entrepreneurs, and I agree with Supam saying many will follow the steps as such. And also, I must add, it has inspired investors like us who believe truly in the entrepreneurial ecosystem in the country today. FirstCry, incidentally, has many firsts to its credit. These include pioneering in the omnichannel e-commerce arena, opening up a large category of mothers and baby category, a global footprint in e-commerce. It's not happened. A foray in general trade, spinning off Express Bees and Global Bees, and pre-IPO, a large amount of private capital coming into a company, which has never happened at this scale before. All this with vertical integration and manufacturing. Traditionally, e-commerce was thought as trading. It is no longer trading. Value creation is through vertical integration. FirstCry stands out uniquely due to also its stellar, long-standing team and leaders. Sanket, Prashant, Amitava, Gautam, Mayank, Vivek, Abhinav, Anuj, and Nitin, amongst all the shining examples which are sitting here, are a pleasure and stand out tall amongst the entrepreneurial ecosystem today. Today, FirstCry starts the journey of going public. It's a new journey, which I have no doubt Supam and Team FirstCry will excel in once again. And I also thank the independent directors, Bala, Neeraj, Gopal, and Sujata, on joining the board. It's a tremendous journey which lies for you, all of you in the future. I must add that just post-COVID, I remember meeting Supam and his lovely wife, Sampada, and Sanya at your home, Supam, and I don't know if you remember. And Sampada mentioned, I think, partially in jest and partially seriously, that Supam and she have not taken a holiday for a long, long time. With many milestones under your belt, Supam, I encourage you and invite you to take a holiday, at least for a few days. And a well-deserved break, perhaps since Chirate means a wild leopard, to the wild forests of India. Supam, Gautam, Sanket, Team FirstCry, my best wishes to you, Godspeed, to Team Chirate personally, as well as every member of the Chirate team. You've built a firm which does all of us proud. You built a firm which does India proud. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Now I request Ms. Bala Deshpande, founder partner of Mega Delta Capital and an independent director on the board of Brainbees Solutions Limited, FirstCry, to please come forward. Let's give a warm welcome to her, please. Welcome, ma'am.
I'm here to congratulate the FirstCry team and all the investors who have invested in this IPO. As a past investor and a current board member, I can tell you that you have invested in one of the most exciting companies I have ever invested in. So congratulations, all of you. And I say this with experience of three things, and I'd like to point out 3 reasons why I think that this is a very stellar company. I have invested in many, many companies, and I have seen them falter at growth. Growth in India is very hard to come by, as all of you have seen and experienced. You know, when I took FirstCry to my IC, they said they have a physical footprint. What are you talking about? Of course, they were coming from a US perspective. And I said, phygital is the way to go. And then much later, when Amazon started its first retail outlet, I said, see, Supam knew it. So I really think understanding growth and driving growth is not an easy task. It's not a child's play. You cry a lot. So I do think that FirstCry definitely is excellent in devising and executing growth plans. And I'm sure as a listed company, they will continue with this growth journey. The second is the capital efficiency that they have shown. I mean, we have seen so many consumer tech companies, right, raise millions and millions and millions of dollars. All of us investors here are party to that. But the kind of efficiency that this team has shown towards capital allocation, towards making sure that they deliver profitability with a very, very clear plan to use capital in the best way, I think it's exemplary. And last but not the least, even though I'm a board member, I must say that the exemplary standards of corporate governance that this team shows is augurs extremely well for all the listed investors who have decided to participate in this story. So I actually envy you this very, very exciting journey that is in front of you. Congratulations and wish you all the very best.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment that we all have been waiting for has finally come. The moment that, we all have been, very, very looking forward to. Yes, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, today we'll be seeing Brainbees Solutions Limited First Cry that will be officially listed on the stock exchanges of the country. So now I would like to invite the dignitaries on stage, and I also request the audience that throughout the process of the ceremony, that is a bell ringing ceremony, I request everybody in the audience to please be seated at all times for videography purposes. So please help me in welcoming Mr. Anand Mahendra, Shri Ashish Kumar Chauhan, Mr. Supam Maheshwari, Mr. Sanket Hatimatur, Mr. Gautam Sharma, Mr. Prashant Jadhav, Mr. Amitava Saha, Mr. Anirudh Chaturvedi, Mr. Vivek Goyal, Mr. Prashant Chauhan, Mr. Anuj Jain, Mr. Abhinav Sharma, Mr. Nitin Jain, Mr. Mayank Badola, Mr. Arpit Agarwal, Mr. Shwetank Gupta, Mr. Piyush Muju, Ms. Manjula Rao, Mr. Ajoy Kar, Mr. Viren Jairas, Mr. Kamal Yadav, Ms. Kaku Nakhate, Mr. Abhishek Bhagat, Mr. Karan Sharma. We're just 2 minutes away. All right, everyone, yes. Okay, we're just a minute away. Also, let me tell you that we're going to have a customary countdown. So just 10 seconds before 10 a.m., we'll be shouting 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 together. So everybody, just a few seconds away. Yes. I request everybody on stage to take their positions well. Okay, everybody in the audience, again, let me tell you that we have a customary countdown. So just when we are 10 seconds away, we'll be shouting together 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and welcoming this absolutely historic moments in our lives. All right, okay, everybody, be ready. We're all set to shout and welcome. Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I request all the dignitaries to please be on stage. I request everybody to please be on stage. Yes. The dignitaries, I request you to please be on stage as we'll be now having the cake cutting ceremony. So I request the dignitaries to please be on stage because we'll be getting the cake and now will be the cake cutting ceremony. We'll be celebrating this momentous occasion with a cake cutting ceremony. All right, now I'll be requesting the dignitaries to please cut the cake. We'll be starting with it. I request, sir. Yes. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be continuing with the ceremony post the cake cutting. So I request all the dignitaries to now proceed towards the cake cutting ceremony, post which we'll be continuing with the speeches. All right, let's move towards the cake cutting. All right, with that, we'll be continuing with the speeches. I request everybody to please take in your seats as we'll be continuing with the event. I request everyone to please take in your seats as we'll be starting with the event now. Yes, I request everyone to please take in your seats. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Once again, I request everyone to take in your seats as we'll be continuing with the ceremony now, and we'll be having the speeches and memento ceremony lined up. I request you to please take your seat. On that note, I'll be inviting our next speaker on stage. I request you to please take in your seats. I request you to please take in your seats. I request everyone to please take in your seat. I request you to please take in your seat. Thank you. I request everyone to please take in your seats. We are just waiting to continue with the ceremony. Please, I request everyone to take in your seats. I request everyone to kindly be seated now. All right. Okay. All right, on this. Now we'll be having the memento ceremony, for which I request Mr. Supam Maheshwari to please come on stage. Sir, I request you to please come on stage for the memento ceremony. Yes, I request Mr. Supam Maheshwari to please come on stage. I request Mr. Viren Jairath, Managing Director, Kotak Mahindra Capital Company Limited, to please come on stage to receive the memento. I request the audience to please be seated. It'll just take 5 more minutes, please. I now request Mr. Kamal Yadav, Managing Director and Co-Head, India Investment Banking, Morgan Stanley India Company Private Limited, to please come forward. I request Ms. Kaku Nakhate to please be on standby. Now I request Ms. Kaku Nakhate, President and Country Head, India Bofa Securities India Limited, to please come on stage. I request Mr. Abhishek Bhagat to please be on standby. May I request Mr. Abhishek Bhagat, Managing Director, Investment Banking, JM Financial Limited, to please come forward. At the same time, I request Mr. Karan Sharma to please be on standby. I now request Mr. Karan Sharma, Managing Director and Co-Head, Digital and Tech Investment Banking, Avendus Capital Private Limited. At the same time, I request Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas and core team to please be on standby. Now I request the Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas and core team to please come forward. I request Sidley Austin LLP team to please be on standby. Now I request Sidley Austin LLP to please come on stage. I now request Link Time India Private Limited to please come on stage. Yes. I request Walker Chandiok and Co LLP to please be on standby. Now I request Walker Chandiok and Co LLP, Chartered Accountants, to please come on stage, and I request Ad Factors team to please be on standby. Yes. Yes. From NSC, we are presenting the 10 a.m. listing photograph to them. Thank you. Now I request the Ad Factors team to please come on stage. Very warm welcome. I request the Print Trade team to please be on standby. Thank you. Now I request Print Trade to please come on stage.